Hello and welcome to Dabbles and Babbles Stitch of the Month. This month we're excited to show you the Primrose Stitch. This is a gorgeous little stitch. It's really easy. It's done as a 2-row stitch and really basic stitches used for this, nothing too complex. So it's perfect for the beginner or somebody looking to do something that's just relaxing and they don't have to think too hard about. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you the Primrose Stitch using this beautiful yarn, and it's called Sugar Bush Bold, and it's 100% wool, extra fine superwash merino wool. And the color that I'm using for this one is Talbot Teal, and you can get this at makergoodies.com. All right, let's begin the tutorial. For the Primrose Stitch, you're going to want to chain in multiples of 3 plus 2. For my sample, I've done 15 chains plus 2 more for a total of 17 stitches. All right, let's get started. So our first stitch is going to go into the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3. Put our hook in, yarn over, pull through, go through both loops, and that's your first single crochet. And then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to do another single crochet into that same loop. There we go. So that becomes the base of what will be the shell in the next row. So we're going to keep repeating that. So we're going to go over 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and do another single crochet. Chain 2, and then 1 more single crochet into that same loop. Okay, and we're going to carry on in the same format, going to the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, single crochet into that same loop. And we'll carry on across the rest of the row, and I'll meet you at the end. Once you reach the end, you should end up with 2 chains left. The next step is to half double crochet into the last chain. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook through, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through all 3 loops on the hook. I always like to give that a little bit of a tighten up. Okay, so now we're ready to begin the 2nd row. First thing we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. And then for this row, we are going to be going into, see if you can see that there. Let me see, there's this space here. That was your chain 2 space. We're going to be doing 3 double crochets into this space right here. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, put our hook through, yarn over, pull through. We have 3 loops on the hook, pull through 2, 2 loops on the hook, pull through 2, and that's our first double crochet. Now we're going to do that again into the same space. And then 1 more time. And now you will have 3 double crochets, and this is what forms our little shell right here. Okay, so next we're going to do the exact same thing in the next chain 2 space. So again, this is the space we're looking for. So we're going to do our first double crochet, our 2nd double crochet, and our 3rd double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to meet you again down at the end of the row. Okay, so it can be a little deceptive, but there's 1 more shell that we need to make at the very end here where we did our chain 2, so it's right in here. Okay, so don't forget about this one. It can be all of a sudden you think you've done the end of the row, but you've still got that last one to do. So we're going to double crochet into that once, twice, and 3 times. Oops. Sorry, let me grab a bit more yarn over here. Okay. So to finish off this row, the last thing that we need to do is add our last double crochet, and it goes into this last little chain right here. This part can be a little bit tricky, so you just have to find the spot that it goes in. There we go. And there. All right. So that is how you make the primrose stitch. I'll show you a couple more rows just so we can get the hang of it. It's pretty easy. We're just going to continue that row 1 and 2 sequence over and over again. All right, so to start, we're going to start, whoops, we're going to chain 2, 1, whoops, 1, 2. Okay, and then this part's really quite easy actually. You're going to want to go into the 3rd double crochet, I guess we'll call it, from the previous row, over from your chain 2. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And I like to remember this by the fact that it's the middle of the 3 double crochets. So that's, as we go across here, I'll show you what I mean, but every shell that we go into, it's always the middle one, okay? So we are going to single crochet, and again, we're repeating row 1. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. All right, then we're going to move over, count over three stitches, 1, 2, 3, and that's the middle double crochet that we're going to go into, and we're going to single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, and single crochet, and carry on in the same format across the rest of the row. Okay. So when you get to the end, remember that you have to do a half double crochet, and you're going to do this at the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. So it can be a little bit hard to see it from here, but if I turn it around, it makes a little more sense. So there's the first chain, the second chain, and the third chain. So we're going to go into that 3rd chain, okay? And we're going to do a half double crochet. So you want to yarn over first. Okay, and go through all 3 loops. All right. So that is the first row of the 2-row set to make the primrose stitch. So to finish that stitch off, let's do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets into the chain 2 space, or wherever these peaks are, okay? Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, okay? And then we're going to do our 2nd double crochet and our 3rd double crochet. And we're going to carry on again in that same format across the rest of the row. Okay, and then we again end up with a double crochet. Okay, and that's at the top of the chain 2 that we did in the row before. There we go. Okay, so that's a little sample, but I think you get the gist of it. It's pretty easy, and you just keep going on however long you want this stitch to go. It's really a great stitch for watching TV and chilling. And so I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. And if you're looking again for the yarn that I've used, which is so soft, I've just fallen in love with. Again, it's this Sugar Bush Bold 100% wool superwash merino, and you can get that at makergoodies.com. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.